What's up, y'all? It's BWADE. I'm going to give you my 5 favorite WNBA plays for Wednesday's lineup. I'll walk you through the data and the research to kind of explain to you why I like these picks and why I've decided to put my money on them. As always, bet responsibly. This is still gambling. Looking at the picks that I gave out for Tuesday, we hit 2 out of 4 picks, 50% down the line, but we cashed a slip and we missed a slip. The slip that we cashed, Adkins went under like we needed, and Natasha Howard went over on rebounds. It was pretty much a no-sweat slip, the one that we hit. So we ended up going up 1 unit on the day, whatever your unit size. If you're betting $100 on each slip, then you ended up profitable for $100 on the day. The one that missed, the Chicago just got blown out. And so there was a ton of garbage time in that game. Angel Reese ended up getting over, and we missed the other one as well. So 1-1. Decent day. We also went 1-1 on VIP WNBA picks that I gave out. The Liberty ended up cashing that out for us, and that got sweaty. They were up by like 30-something. They pulled everyone, and Chicago got it close. It was a 19-point game. We had a 17.5-point line, and Haley Van Lith had the ball with 9 seconds left for Chicago, and she started acting like she was going to drive, and then she dribbled out the clock. So we cashed that. We missed the fever. Overall, we're 3-3 on VIP game picks right now. Not our best result, but it's also not terrible. We went 6-2 yesterday, so we're coming off a huge day. Went up over 4 units. Over the weekend, we had a 9-3 run. Like, we have great days. Sometimes we break even. It happens. We'll look to bounce back tomorrow. But if you guys want to get into VIP and start getting these game picks sent to you with additional player props, there's 2 ways to jump in. You can either use code NBA in the checkout. You'll get 80% off. It's going to cost you about $10 for a week or $20 for a month of picks. The other option, sign up with one of these apps I tell you about in this video. Sleeper, Parlay Play, or even any of the apps below in the description. You sign up, use my promo code, and deposit however much you want. $5, $500, doesn't matter. You send me a screenshot and I'll get you a free week of VIP. You will get all these picks for the next week. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop a comment. It will get you entered to win a signed SGA jersey. I do an autographed jersey giveaway every month. It's just my small way to say thank you to y'all. I appreciate the fuck out of y'all. Like, this is fun for me, and you guys showing up and supporting the channel. It's fun getting money back out of all these apps. So, like, subscribe, drop a comment. You'll be entered to win that SGA jersey when I do the raffle at the end of the month. I'm going to keep doing an autographed jersey every single month moving forward, so you want to stay tapped in anyway. Also, make sure to hit your notifications so that you get these videos as soon as I post them. You'll notice if you wait until the next day or later in the day, lines bump. You want to get these videos as soon as I post them. There's a reason I put them out the night before every single day, because that's when we get the most value out of these picks. Let's start getting into them. We're starting out with Napheesa Collier, over 12.5 rebounds and assists, one of the best players in the W, and you can see she had to knock the rust off a little bit. First couple games this season, she was only averaging like 8.3 rebounds and assists per game. But after that, she's been hitting 14, 15, 15, 16, 4. I mean, you want to see what consistency looks like. Rebounds, 10 or 11 every single game, and then assists. There was one game with 3, so 3, 4, or 5 in each of the last 5 games, right? She's averaging 14.8 rebounds and assists per game over these last 5. When we look head-to-head, she's hit this in her last 3 matchups against Seattle, including just playing them about 2 weeks ago, and she pulled down 10 boards and 5 assists. So she's doing it consistently against Seattle. She's been doing it consistently these last 5 games after, getting in the swing of things. I feel good with this. Collier over 12.5 rebounds and assists. We're staying in the same game, and I'm taking Gabby Williams over 14.5 points. She started off a little slower. She had a couple blips on the radar where she went over, but you can see, the trajectory, right? Increasing. Every single, just throughout the season, she's been significantly getting better. And what's crazy is when you look last year, you see the same type of trend line where she starts slower, 3, 3, 7, 4, and then by the end of the season, the last 5 games of the season last year, oh no, that doesn't do it. She was averaging, I'm going to do that quick math, 38, 58, 60, 80, 16 points per game she was averaging at the end of the year for the last 5, after starting off averaging 6 points a game. So She gets consistently better throughout the season. We see it here. She's hit 20, 18, and 21 now. And although Minnesota is one of the best two defenses in the league, like the Liberty and the Lynx are in a league of their own right now. There is a clear separation between those two and everybody else. Even the Aces aren't like a clear number 3 right now. But she hit this against them already this year, right? She dropped 20 on them. And while Minnesota's defense is elite, they're actually just middle of the road when it comes to defending forwards. They're giving up 33.6 points per game to forwards. When we look at Gabby Williams, she only has one game against Minnesota. She didn't play them at all last year. But given that she's hit it against them already, she's been consistently improving throughout the year. I like her to go over 14.5 here. We're getting just about an even 3x for this on Parlay Play. I've been using Parlay Play a lot. You guys probably noticed. It's an app. They have great payouts. I've noticed my payouts on there are usually better than the other apps. I try out all of these picks. I shop around. I make sure I give them to you on the most profitable app. Tons of different stat categories to pick from. Bunch of promos and a great sign-up bonus. When you sign up with code BWADE, they're going to give you a free $5 entry so you can play around on the app, see if you like it, put in a $5 entry for free without having to make a deposit. If you decide to make a deposit, they're also going to double that up to $100. So ideally, you can get $105 of value out of this sign-up bonus when you use code BWADE. Take a screenshot when you do make a deposit and send it to me on Instagram, and I'll get you that free week of VIP, y'all. Also, make sure to like, subscribe, and drop that comment so you get entered to win the signed SGA jersey. Let's get into these next 3. We're going with Jackie Young, over 19.5 points and rebounds. So she's only gone over this in 3 out of 7 games so far this year. When you look across, there's not like a clear indicator of what's making her go. I mean, she went over against the number 2 team in the league, the Liberty, defensively. Then she went under against the worst team, Connecticut, right? But when we look a little deeper, you realize there's only been 2 home games all season, right? And those 2 home games are the games where she went off. 27 points and rebounds and then 30 points and rebounds. And when we look at it, those are her only 2 home games. Love to see that. And even when we look over her last 20, you'll see here her average points and rebounds is 17.7. When we look at home, it goes up to 19.6, which tells me, and try to stick with me, but her average on the road is about 15.6 then, because if it's bumping up to at home, then on the road it's probably about 15, and then the average of that 15 and 19 is where we get this 17, which is just her overall points and rebounds average. So she's getting about 4 more points and rebounds per game at home than on the road. When we look at her against the Sparks as well, she's hit this in 3 out of her last 4 games against them, including the home game that she had against them this year where she dropped 27. She's averaging 23.5 against them. Really like this play. Jackie Young, over 19.5 points and rebounds. Kayla McBride, so she got a late start on the season, but she's gone over this in 4 out of 5 games this year. When we look head-to-head, she's hit it in her last 4 games against Seattle. She's averaging 20 points per game against them over the last year and a half. And there's nothing that really deters me from wanting to take this. Maybe the fact that when she played him earlier this year, she barely got this, right? She had 15 points on a 14.5-point line, so she just cleared it. But still, she's hit it in 4 out of 5, and she's hit it in her last 4 straight games against Seattle. I feel comfortable with that. And then I'm wrapping it up with the Hamby, over 7.5 rebounds. This might be my favorite pick of the night. She's hit it 50% of the time this year, right? But she did hit it against Vegas with 10 rebounds just about 11 days ago. When we look at her head-to-head against Vegas, this is why I'm taking this pick. Because she's hit it in all 5 games against them, averaging 10.8 rebounds per game against Vegas. She absolutely eats on the boards against them. This is probably my favorite pick of the day. Hamby, over 7.5 rebounds. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting 5.9x for this on Sleeper. Sleeper has tons of different stat categories for each player to pick from. They get their picks up early. Tons of promos. I put a 30% profit boost on this, which actually increased it to a 7.8x payout. And they have great payouts. Like, check it out. They will double that first deposit when you sign up using code BWADE, and they'll give you a free pick. The free pick's going to be different depending on the day that you sign up, but a free $100. Like, withdraw 100 off a different app, sign up on Sleeper using code BWADE, throw it on there, and you just doubled that 100 without having to take any risk. It's like a free bet, basically. So check it out, sign up, use code BWADE, send me a screenshot of it, and lock in with us for that free week of VIP. I already told you how we've been doing, right? We went 6-2 yesterday, a down day today. We're 3-3, but went 9-3 over the weekend. Like, I want to help you guys win. Join the squad. Whether you sign up with an app and get it for free, or you just use code NBA in the checkout, you get 80% off. It's going to cost you $10 for a week. Like, you'll make that back in a day. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment so you get entered to win that signed SGA jersey. I appreciate y'all. Let's get some fucking money.